Skotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%
Back down,
here.
Yo on the Greymane, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Mnaval up there. A triple.
Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruben's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Bonobos on the backside. The Mnaval gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting struck down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the stream. I am Jason, and we've got our second of our doubleheader here in the Division A West this time around, as we've got Mnaval versus Boosted Bonobos. And yeah, looks like we've got everybody in lobby. I'm going to let them know that I am ready to go here. And looks like our first map is going to be Dragonshire here as we go in. I haven't been sent the information on the map picks and bans, but they know what they're doing. They got it all going on. We're good here. Let's take a look at the standings, though, for these teams. I haven't really had a chance yet today to look over the tail of the tape, but we can take a quick look. I know how to navigate myself to the NGS website and look things up here. 6-4 on the season for Mnaval, 6-5 for Boosted Bonobos. I remember thinking to myself when I picked this matchup that it was going to be pretty good. It was worth doing the doubleheader for, so happy to see that that hasn't changed. Looking at the standings, we've got number 3 versus number 4. And these teams, of course, are tied in points at 8 apiece, each with 2 dominations as well. So, but Boosted Bonobos does have 1 more game played, so that's the big difference here. Both sitting 4 points behind the lead, so they're both kind of sitting right in the middle of the division. So opportunity for either of these teams to set themselves apart here tonight. A domination boosts them right up near the top of the standings. And in particular, one team that I'm very familiar with, multiple members of Boosted Bonobos. This is also my second time casting for them this season. But should be interesting to see how these teams function here tonight and how this matchup goes. Thank you all for tuning back in after that B Northeast matchup. We just saw amateur opponent going on to a big win. And now we'll see what these teams have in store for us up here in the A West Division. Both teams giving us the ready. The countdown is on. And let's get on in here to... Yeah, that's the one. So this is going to be first pick, first ban for Mnaval. Dragonshire, of course, a very rotational heavy map. Good camp clear and good wave clear are a premium here as well to really allow you to get that rotation game out going as quickly as possible. The Lost Vikings is going to be the initial ban out here by Mnaval. Am I saying that right? I think I am. Mnaval. I feel like one of those consonants might be silent and I'm just making a fool out of myself here, but that's fine. I'm used to that. Mephisto going to be the first ban out for the side of Boosted Bonobos. Their name is nice and easy to... nice and easy to pronounce. Kung Fu going to go ahead and cheer for every member, every one of those bonobos. So let's do a quick prediction here, shall we? For our game number 1. Actually going to close out the last one, which had amateur opponents getting the win. They'll take the rest of the share of those doubloons on the other side. We'll go ahead and get this one started for you all while they figure out what they want to finish picking here for this first pick.
Let's fly.
Falstad going to be the first pick. No big shocker there. He has been all over the meta recently.
The weight is
Meanwhile, on the other side, Sonya and Cassia coming out. So earlier, the Bonobos going into the Diablo realm, pulling out a couple of the strongest female warrior Nephilims that we could possibly find. It's a pretty solid start here to the draft for both squads. Falstad, of course, so strong on this map with his global ability. Going all in on boosted. Yeah, put those doubloons down, ladies and gentlemen. You got 5 minutes to put in your bets here. 1.6k going in early for the Bonobos. So even just 10 doubloons on the other side means you could win those 1.6 if you win the bet. It's numbers wise, it's a good bet to make, whether or not you think Mnaval's going to win this game. Either way, Johanna and Anduin coming out. It's the classic 1-2 combo that can set up pretty much any wombo that you're trying to pull off there. Rexar going to be the ban out for Bonobos. Could be a very difficult solo laner to have to deal with, even if you are a Sonya. With his ability to soak the lane and be on the point at the same time with Misha. And Gall going to be banned out just to make sure. Just to make sure that there's no weirdness here. I think I missed the Chromie ban from earlier, as well as the Deathwing ban, but those are gone as well. Looks like Fried Griffin is on the menu. It could be. Gotta watch out, Swiftwing. They're coming for you. 1.9k now in for the Bonobos. Somebody's got to put that 10 in for Mnaval. You just... Somebody's got to. They can win a lot of doubloons here. And this looks on paper like a pretty even match, you know. Wouldn't be surprised to see either of these teams walk away with game number 1. As we see Patience grabbing Stukov, Muffin with the Anubarak. Leaving just Infofox for that last pick. But meanwhile, for Mnaval, they're going to take Sylvanas and Leo here to close out their draft. So Leo versus Sonya, kind of a classic solo lane matchup up on the top side. And if you guys hear some rolling sounds, that is my co-caster, Ysera. She is running on the new cat wheel we got for them a few weeks ago. The bigger cat hasn't touched it, but the little cat who doesn't really need all the extra exercise is enjoying it quite a lot, of course. But enough about the cats, as Infofox picks up Hanzo to finish out the draft. Good poke ability from the Hanzo to pair with that Cassia on the backside. Hanzo also with a little bit of extra maneuverability on this map and his ability to jump over walls with his trait. Makes him kind of a little extra boost to Dragonshire for any Hanzo player. But either way, that is our draft for game number 1. Who do you all think will win? Well, I mean, you can tell me in the predictions. Pretty easy there. I want to thank both of these teams for showing up promptly tonight. Getting everything started. Everything looks smooth. Boy, she's really running on that thing back there, isn't she? The good news is that's not nearly annoying as the dryer. Don't worry. Still, nobody's put in for poor Mnaval over there. Everybody putting it all down on the Bonobos. I mean, they are boosted, so I get it. It's okay. If no one bets for the other team, I will refund all the points. But let's get on in for game number 1. On the left, Mnaval. We're going to have shot down 007 on the Leo. The only Navi going to be playing Johanna. Silent X on the Falstad. Realistic going to be playing the Sylvanas. And the only one I've missed is buried in there somewhere. There's Seer. And Seer's playing the Johanna. Meanwhile, on the right, we've got boosted Bonobos. Getting all the doubloon votes right now. Wipeout gonna be on that Sonya. In the mid, we've got Confused on the Castia, Patience on the Stukov, Muffin on the Anubarak, and down bot coming in from the bot lane. There's Infofox on the Hanzo. The only Navi rotating in. Muffin gonna have to use that Burrow charge to get back to the mid lane and out of trouble there. Taking a lot of poke early. As, you almost feel Mnaval with a sense of urgency here in this game number 1, wanting to put the Bonobos on the back foot. Up top, Wipeout getting the clear advantage early. Gonna actually allow Wipeout to rotate down to the mid lane to double soak here. And give a little more flexibility to the Bonobos in their rotations. Muffin taking a lot of damage though, but woo! The pull from Realistic there gonna keep Silent X up for the moment.
Take control of the shrines.
Meanwhile, shot down 007, meeting Sonya in the mid lane there. Wipeout still a little ahead on the rotation, gets here just in time to get the rest of those that were sitting there. Oh, look at the big invasion down here. I missed it. I caught the end, I guess. No kills though.
Capture the shrine.
Aside of Mnaval deciding to let that go there. You don't want to have to give up your camp, but if the enemy team's got the stronger numbers and the stronger early game, not really worth fighting it if you're in a bad position there. I like that call. Let's give about a half-level lead right now to the Bonobos. Shot down. Gonna grab the top early here. Now bot, big fight going on here. Silent X taking a lot of damage. The only Navi not going to be able to make it out of dodge there as the Bonobo is going to take first blood here on Dragonshire. Meanwhile, Wipeout was able to grab the camp, spear back in over the wall to get back on the wave, and now it's going to be Seer trying to block in the mid. Burrow charge comes down, double stun coming in from Muffin. Satyr getting super low, able to Haunting Wave back though, and stay alive for the moment. But that is going to be Sonya trying to cap the point, but Leo gets on top just in time. Oh, look at Muffin charging it over the wall. Trying to come from out of nowhere right now. I mentioned how Dragonshire, to me, is one of the toughest maps to cast. There's always action going on somewhere. And I think the doubleheader is already having an effect on my voice. Apologize for the cracking, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll try to keep it together. Somebody's got to spend some doubloons and remind me to drink some water here tonight. Wipeout back to the point. Looks like it's going to be a fight over the point, and Wipeout's got to look out here. The rotation comes in. Wipeout sees it. Did he make it out in time? He did. It's a big amount of resources to put up in that top lane to end up not ganking the Sonya successfully. Wipeout will be able to whirlwind and get some healing back here. You can see the loss of resource effect here as a good amount of damage onto this front wall for boosted Bonobos. Nubarak sitting in the mid, now rotating down as they see 4 on the point here as they try to take back the bottom. We're going to see Muffin charging in. Iron Skin popped, however, on the other side by the only Navi. Arby's, thank you very much. I will indeed drink some water. Appreciate that reminder. Got to keep fresh for the rest of this match. We got a long best of 3 series left to cast. It's a little too early. By the way, thank you for that follow as well. Pull onto Silent X there, right back into the loving arms of Confused as we see all that spike damage coming out. However, Muffin's the one now in trouble, taking a lot of damage. Gets the heal from Patience, going to be enough to get them out of dodge in that scenario. Leo had actually rotated down, so Shot Down was ready to make that a 4v3. There's your water. Got him. You can see shot down, heading back to the top. Camp started here by Wipeout for the Bonobos. Meanwhile, a bit of a 3v3 started here in the mid as right now Mnaval has both points available. But with 4 in the mid, no way they're going to get that capped. They don't even try. The question is, what are they doing instead? They get the camp with the false stat, but I think we got maybe a little more out of that, right? Get Dem coming in out of confused. Muffin coming in to try and zone them back. And here comes my co-caster. Hi there. Ready to come sit with me? Come on up, I got room for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ysera, the best co-caster in the game. She doesn't say much, but it gives a lot of presence, yeah? A lot of support to the main caster. Doesn't get in the way either. Let's see, big clear on the bottom side for the Bonobos. Level 10 coming in very soon for both squads, but looks like gonna have the boosted 10s first. Actually, no, they both come in around at the same time, but look out! Oh, the barrel roll comes in from Silent X just in time. So let's look at these level 10s. We're gonna have Leap along with Massive Shove, Web Wrap. We've got the Dragon Strike and the Massive Shove for the side of the Bonobos. Meanwhile, for Mnaval, you've got, Light Bomb Falling Sword, along with the Hinterland's Blast, Entomb, and Wailing Arrow. So, Wombo City. But here comes the arrow, and look at the follow-up from Confused. Gets in there. Kill credited to Muffin, but that was all damage from Confused there. It's like a Confused layup, and then a Muffin dump. So it's going to be second kill of the game for the Bonobos. Meanwhile, Wipeout trying to push shot down off of this point, and he does. Infofox going to try to cap. Muffin is here to zone, and they get it before the members of Mnaval can push the two-man on the bot side out of that point. The dragon, I should say, going over, and Silent X is going to get kicked. Got to get that false stat away from you. I like this call though. You don't want to suicide the dragon, right? You want to have the dragon available for the entire amount of time that it's alive. We're actually going to see them going up top. It looked like Hanzo Infofox here trying to position to maybe kick. Oh, but look out. Here comes the double stun from the Falling Sword Light Bomb. Even got the Hinterlands on top, but unfortunately it's not going to be quite enough to find any kills there. Patient's able to heal through it. Cassie has also got a decent amount of sustain, but not if she's standing still. If she's CC'd, that armor goes away, and you can pop her pretty easily at that point, but she's not quite able to get enough damage out in that moment. Infofox will have that dragon expire there. Here comes the big arrow once again, but this time the barrel roll comes out just before Muffin can get the follow-up stun. Oh, charges into the root, into the Entomb. Leap on the backside, though. Wipeout trying to counter-engage, but it's not going to be enough, as that's going to be the first pick for Mnaval. Well done. Now, trying to return that invasion from earlier in the game. They're going to take away the Bonobos camp here. Good job of evaluating there by Mnaval. You got to figure out, once you have that advantage, what exactly can we get? You know, if you've got one person down, stealing a camp is pretty reasonable. Sieging might be a little bit much. If you get 2 or 3 down, then yes, by all means, go siege. Go get some good, solid siege damage. But meanwhile, we are going to see Bonobos starting the camp, but now backing off as members are coming in there. Charge comes down. Muffin burrow charged in, though, so does not have the burrow charge available to escape, but actually now going back in. Cocoon goes down, but Muffin falls. Leap on the backside, though. Wipeout is here, and they're going to get Sylvanas off the back end of that. So counter kill grabbed by this squad. Condemned to kind of zone confused back a little bit. Silent X taking some nice damage there, though. Here comes the Condemn into the big ult from Anduin there. The shove on the backside, but Stukov still gonna fall. That's that Light Bomb Falling Sword combo there. They get Stukov down.
Destroy your enemies.
And just in time for this objective to be up, so they've got 24 seconds to try and take advantage. And meanwhile, Silent X flies all the way to the top side. Muffin is here to block on the bottom, though. Meanwhile, multiple members down bot, trying to take back the point. Infofox does so. Confused in a little trouble here. Condemn comes down, but not quite enough to zone them. Now, Muffin trying to zone, maybe engage. Root comes down. And back and forth they go. Slight XP lead right now for Mnaval. Before on the bottom side. There is the Entomb. Followed up a little bit there by the Falling Sword Light Bomb, but now it's a very, very low Sylvanas that is in here. Seer not going to be able to get out in time. Coming out of that cocoon. Big pick there. Now shot down getting very low. Can they get the pick? And they do. 2 for nothing for the Bonobos. Very well done. So instead of having Leoric in the double soaking game against Sonya, they've started moving Silent X to that role. So far, haven't really been able to have the damage combo off of that, because if you Entomb and you do the Falling Sword Light Bomb, you can CC them for pretty long inside that Entomb. But if Sylvanas is your only damage follow up there, I don't know if you're getting picks with that necessarily. I mean, really good in the 5-man team fight, but if you're trying to pull that off in the 4-man, which you think they would because the combo has such a low cooldown. 60 seconds for both Falling Sword and Light Bomb, which is why it pairs so well. And Tomb also a relatively low cooldown. What is Entomb, by the way? Yeah, 50 seconds, even less. And Sylvanas has Wailing Arrow to keep them silenced in there. You kind of get a little bit of what you get from Buried Alive. Oh, Sonya falling in the top side though. Infofox trying to help out up top. Not going to be quite enough, as that gank did come in from Seer. Now trying to block here is Infofox. Hanzo's got the poke to be able to block here in the mid. I've got 19 seconds with no Sonya here. Looks like we've got Hanzo rotating to the top side. Try and get back that point. Uh-oh, Entomb comes down on a confused. Falling Sword. Light Bomb not even needed there. Falling Sword went off before Light Bomb was even out, actually. But in the meantime, top and bottom are grabbed by the Bonobos, so that's going to block the cap for the moment. So they get the 2-man up top to secure this up here. So they'll be able to convert this back over, but look out, the collapse is coming in top. Silent X is in trouble. Big stuns come out after that leap. Wipeout made that one pretty easy. Oh, they blocked with the arrow. Infofox able to get the stall. Now it's a 3v3 in the mid, though. Cassia still down for a little bit here. Welcome to Dragonshire, ladies and gentlemen. Action everywhere. Camp started here by Wipeout in the top side. Things starting to stabilize a little bit for the moment, but wait a minute, never mind, there's more action. Realistic taking a ton of damage from the ball lightning. Poor Johanna, stuck in the cocoon, can't even help. We're gonna have the combo coming out right out of that as well. Oh, but look, the Falling Sword gets the only Navi out. Shot down. I'm going to try to block here in the mid. Stall, while meanwhile up top, Wipeout and Silent X going back and forth. I'm not going to be able to steal that away from a Sonya, though, I believe. Not without help, anyway. Oh, meanwhile, Patience stuck in the Entomb. Condemned comes in. Can they finish him off? Oh, the heal comes through at the last second. Able to pop that. Wipeout taking advantage of a massive wave in the top side. Oh, but Johanna gets taken out in the mid. Trying to get shot down in the mid as well. Oh, hi, girly. You know, you're kind of in the way at the moment. No offense, but...
The fire comes for you.
There we go. I mean, we caught it on cam, but I didn't see that dragon pickup. I saw the cat coming towards me. That's okay, though. She's settled. We're good. We're good. Level 20 now in for the side of boosted Bonobos. As they pick up the Dragon Knight, and they're going to bring it down to the bot lane here. Already a little bit of damage, almost half down on the DK. Johanna still down for 15, though, as they start this assault. They're actually going to kick Shot down kind of out of place here. Oh, but look at the big engage, double stuns. Big, big damage. Cocoon on the backside of this as well. Now Shot down goes down. And yeah, realistically, I don't see Anduin getting out of this. Oh, but maybe. The arrow comes in, though, and that'll be the end of Anduin. Doing their best to try to zone there, but that's going to be a 4 for nothing exchange here over the long haul for boosted Bonobos, and they are going to go to the core. Falling Sword comes out, not quite finding the mark. The shield slowly falling. They've got 2 of these Siege Camp rock throwers just hucking rocks at the core. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. Game number 1. Going to go over to boosted Bonobos here on Dragonshire. Very well played by both squads. Very back and forth throughout that. There was never a moment throughout most of this game where I thought Mnaval was really all that behind, let alone out of it. It seemed pretty evenly matched between these two squads. It's just Bonobo was able to get a little bit of an advantage there in that last sequence of events, get themselves that Dragon Knight, and the kill count before that, those last 4 kills was 8-5. So you take out that last team fight, and most of the match was pretty even. Hanzo, though, 72k damage, just blowing everybody else out of the water. And nowadays, with Falstad in the game, that's even rougher. I'm not sure how I feel about their macro decision to have Silent X rotate out to the solo lane. That's probably something. That's something I would have loved to have seen how it would have gone if they had stayed with Leo in the solo lane to have that extra damage to put on top of their wombo. Because you already got them pretty grouped up and pretty stunned with the Falling Sword Light Bomb. I don't know if the Entomb really helps that much with that. I mean, Leo's got some good damage, but it's not Falstad damage, especially with his new changes. But we'll give you... And then again, these guys are in Div A, and I'm in Div C for a reason, folks. Don't feel free to not listen to me and my opinion on the thing. Either way, we are going to give you guys one last snapshot of their talents, and then we're going to go to a quick break while we set up for game number 2. I'll be right back with the draft.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for game number 2. Boosted Bonobos taking a big game number 1 win there. Kind of sudden out of nowhere after what was a pretty even overall match. Taking the last objective, taking it straight to core through the bottom lane, through that bottom keep. Getting the 4-0 exchange and winning the game. Now, we're going to see Mnaval selecting map pick, giving first pick, first ban over to boosted Bonobos. We're going to see them taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen here. Another pretty rotational map. A little bit of a heavier emphasis on wave clear here than Dragonshire. Not to say that you skimp on the wave clear on either of these maps, but here it's pretty essential. If you can't get the wave clear on Tomb, then you cannot clear the Spider Web Weaver waves effectively, and you just kind of can't win the game for the most part. As Deathwing and Chromie are going to be the first initial pickups here. Eight-bit output. I'm predicting more monkey business. All right, the prediction results. Let's do that. Thank you for the reminder. Bonobos win game number 1. While we're at it, we'll set up for game number 2 as Ballstat again becomes our first pick, but this time it's going to be the Bonobos taking it. Meanwhile, Mephisto, Cassia tossed out, Greymane, and Ana picked up here. So this time it's just chugging right along.
My blades.
Prediction started now for me, but 30 seconds ago for you guys. So feel free to get those predictions in, as Varian and Sonya become the frontliners here for the Bonobos. No healer pickup though, so an opportunity possibly for Mnaval to go ahead and apply that healer chokehold. Kung Fu again putting it all in for the Bonobos. As we see those channel points just filing in. Put down your doubloons, people. Where do you think they're going? By the way, I got Arby's follow, but missed one earlier after my cast had just ended from Phantom Wolf 17. Thank you for the follow. Just for the record, Lucio is going to be banned out there, so applying that healer chokehold. Meanwhile, on the other side, tank chokehold applied as ETC is taken off the board. Yeah, 2.3k in here for the Bonobos. Garrosh and Ragnaros picked up as a beefy front line for Mnaval here. Garrosh with the toss, Ana possibly with the sleep and the healing grenade, the anti-healing grenade. Forget the actual name of that, but you guys get the point. Greymane, of course, pretty good follow-up to that toss and groundbreaker combo. Pretty good burst damage, but you'd expect a little something extra here in this last pick to really try to be able to follow up to get those kills. Jaina and Stukov going to be the final pickups for boosted Bonobos, and Gazlo going to be the pickup here. So this looks like a 4-man Gazlo. You'd expect to see Ragnaros in the solo lane, but Rag could be the 4-man. Could be the 4-man, who knows? Rag also a pretty tough pick to play into on this map. His wave clear and the lava waves here can be kind of annoying to deal with. Just kind of eliminates most of one of your web weaver pushes just with one click of the button. I do wonder though for Mnaval, how are they going to get kills on the follow-ups here for the Garrosh combo? Is the Greymane Gazlo damage enough? They don't have a lot of CC follow-up from the Ana. You got Sleep Dart, but I mean that obviously is not going to keep them asleep for long as you're piling in damage on top of them. I don't know, I guess maybe I will learn something here today. Either way, you've got a little bit still to get those predictions in. At this point, with 2.3k in for the Bonobos, it's that good bet. Put just a few doubloons down on Mnaval, and you could hit it big here if they pull off game number 2. Either way, let's get in for game number 1. On the left, Mnaval looking to bring this to a game 3. Realistic going to be on the Ana. Shot down 007 going to be on the Ragnaros. Crimson Chin going to be in here for the Rhaegar. I don't believe it was in last game, so a little bit of a rotation here. The only Navi, I should say, going to be on the Garrosh. I only have one Naval too, but that's not their name. And Seer going to be on the Gazlo. Meanwhile, on the right for boosted Bonobos, Infofox going to be on the Falstad. Patience playing the Stukov. You've got Muffin on that Varian. Confused on the Jaina, and down bot Wipeout once again on the Sona. Muffin charging in. They find the stun onto Infofox though. A little bit of poke damage there from the Gazlo. Desto the Da commenting, patience on Stuki again, GG's. Okay, well, there's the early call out for the healer player. Like it. As a support main myself, I always like to see some focus on the most important players on the field, the support players. Couldn't win the game without all that support. Don't see that many non-healer games to really test that theory, but that's not the point. Either way, the 4-man rotate started here for both squads. A little bit of a disadvantage here for the Bonobos in the first 4 levels without Varian's taunt. I assume that's going to be taunt, but then between levels 4 and 10, they get the advantage. Then they have their heroic on one of their heroes. Much like Chromie gets a little advantage 2 levels early, Varian gets that even earlier at level 4. Meanwhile, they're going deep in on Wipeout, but all 5 members down here on the bot side for Mnaval. That feels to be like an over-rotation. And worse than that, to have not been able to get it, just makes that a little tougher to swallow. Unfortunate for them, but they're going to return to the lane. They get the toss onto Muffin here. Still does not have taunt. But the rotation in from the rest of the squad, putting enough damage to force them to back up. Pretty even on the XP still. They do send Gazlo out to do the double rotate. I was about to wonder, is this double soaking now for both squads and focus on the bot lane? We see that occasionally here, but it's not incredibly common. Looks like they're just hunting for kills right now. Big rotations out for Mnaval, but they're not finding any kills inside their window. And now we are at level 4. In fact, level 5 coming in soon here for Bonobos. But that's not really the point. They've got taunt. This is Muffin's turn to shine for the next few levels of the game. And there is Muffin charging in. Hits the taunt onto Garrosh. They get the blow up from Jaina, and the lurking arm also down to prevent him from walking out immediately. But big damage, not enough to get the kill, however. And for Fox doing the double soak game right now. Shot down, getting some soak up top. Camp started on the left side of the map for Mnaval. Oh, but look at the rotation. They haven't shown it quite yet. They're going to round the corner. In comes Muffin. Stun comes in, though, but taunt still lands along with the silence, so Seer couldn't use any abilities there. Crimson Chin diving back in there on the Greymane. Still has that Inner Beast active and is shredding Ragnaros. Stukov and Ragnaros go down there. Or no, sorry, shredding Stukov. It was the Ragnaros that went down, however. On the other side, it would be quite a feat if Crimson Chin was shredding Ragnaros in this game. 100%. Patience, give them the big arm. No one escapes from the long arm of the law. Nice. So that's first blood to somebody. I'm actually not sure which kill came in first. I think it was the rag kill came in first. So we're going to give first blood to boosted Bonobos. Not that that really matters that much. Level 7 now in for both teams. And the window's starting to close for Muffin's advantage here. But oh, Infofox face checks the bush, but somehow still manages to get away with that. Patience gets hit by the ground breaker, but the sleep dart not quite finding the mark on them here. And now it's Wipeout and shot down in the bottom lane once again. Again, very evenly paced game so far. We're going to see a camp started by Wipeout over here. And we do have a DC. Ooh, we get the little double pause action there. We'll go ahead and back on out to the camera scene here. Give these teams a little bit of privacy for the moment. Brief DC being called. And apparently they are back, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a long pause. They're just going to make sure the other team is ready. All right, and that was quick and easy. We're back into the game here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Not really so much of a DC as just a little hiccup there. Wipeout, gonna finish off the camp over here. I like the rotation though, as they saw multiple members of Mnaval disappearing into that bottom turn-in location. They thought, you know, this could be an invasion, and we do have our Sonya on the camp. Let's just start moving there, just in case. Meanwhile, turn-in secured here for Mnaval. First turn-in and first web weavers of the game coming out here. A little bit of extra clear in the mid lane as that camp was picked up. An aid boosted Bonobos in the clear here in the mid, but still a pretty good push. 5-man shoving by Mnaval into this mid lane, trying to secure some big siege damage here. Muffin charges in, decides not to taunt, backs up. Muffin now at about half health. As the top, the mid wall falls, the top wall has already fallen. And Fox up here trying to get it cleared, but Stukov falls. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, he's getting taken down by Ragnaros there. Shot down with the second kill of the game. I looked away for just a second, and all of a sudden, down goes Stukov. Is Stukov 007? Guess we'll find out.
Before your enemies.
Level 10's coming in hot for the Bonobos. We've got Warbringer, in addition to that taunt from earlier for Muffin. We've got Mighty Gust, Leap, Massive Shove. Once again, there is that long arm they were asking for. And the Water Elemental, but look down, shot down, getting taunted and taken down. Meanwhile, the Gusts to disengage there off of Bravo Bomb. Oh, but Crimson Chin getting low. They're able to snipe him down, and the lead comes in from Wipeout, not needed, as they secure the kill onto the Garrosh. Well, let's take a look at those level 10s for Mnaval, as 3-for-0 exchange comes out there for the Bonobos, but it's going to be the Warlord's Challenge along with, oh my, Sulfurous Smash on this map? We'll see if that works out for him, but we also have Nano Boost and the Gravel Bomb and the Go for the Throat. I guess that's the plan, is for the follow-up on the Groundbreaker. They need more CC, so they go Sulfurous Smash. Get that hammer from the sky to fall down upon my enemies. Oh, Muffin in deep here. Taunt goes down onto Garrosh. Big damage, but the only Navi will be just fine walking away here. That is Water Ellie down. It's first turn into the game for the Bonobos. They are pushing up in the top lane. Oh, meanwhile, the leap comes in from Wipeout. Gonna secure that kill onto the Gazlo. Crimson Chin also in all kinds of trouble here. That's a lot of gems hitting the floor. The only Navi trying to get some of them. But we're gonna see the gusts coming out from Infofox zone them back. Only 7 picked up by the only Navi. That's a very worthy use of the low cooldown Mighty Gust there. To zone them off of those gems. And that's a ton hitting the floor here for Mnaval. Huge moment for them. Level 13 now in for the Bonobos. They get their second turn-in of the game. They're clearing out the lanes here. Wipeout actually passive soaking. Now going to start clearing as those web weavers are coming down. And timed that perfectly there. That was beautiful. Meanwhile, the 4-man roaming, maybe looking to go bot, maybe looking for picks in the mid. Muffin still kind of on the lookout with the taunt. Here comes the Molten Core, however. They get big damage, though, onto the Garrosh. They still get the pick despite the Molten Core. And look at Infovox positioning behind, shot down. They're going to gust them back into the team. Leap comes out from Wipeout. And there are the Bonobos taking advantage of the positioning of the superior CC of their comp, the level 13 talent tier, the extra push they had in that lane. That is how you see an advantage and you take it right there. Crimson Chin are going to be caught out here on the bottom side as they dive. Infofox flying in just to say hello as he falls. And boosted Bonobos, and even as that first game was, this one just as lopsided. Finishing, essentially starting where they left off in that game number 1. You know, it was a very even match to the end, but boy, they got that 4-man and walked through, and since then they've basically been playing like that is going to be the rest of the series here. Meanwhile, Taunt comes down onto Realistic, the friendly toss there from Garrosh, but now it's shot down that's caught out a little too far. They get another pick there. 10-2 on the kill count right now for the Bonobos as they head closer and closer to level 16. Wipeout just kind of slowly letting things play out on the bot side and getting the XP for it. They are rotating down to try to get him, though, but this looks like maybe a miss here. Yep. So you're trying to get him, but not quite able to get there in time. Camp going to be started here as nice patient play from boosted Bonobos, trying to get to that level 16. I like that call a lot. Shot down, going to check the boss there just to make sure. Wipeout going to toss 23 in and get the third straight turn in this game for the Bonobos as they hit 16. They are on the march right now, are these Bonobos. Focus their push towards this mid lane, trying to open up the first keep of the game if they can. Good counter siege here, though, by Mnaval. They've got the kits to be able to clear this out, but look out, big damage coming in. Crimson Chin trying to dive, but gets shoved there by Patience. He says no thank you, and it looks like that might be Inner Beast down as well, which is a bit of a smarting there. Maybe not. Can't really tell from here. I'd have to click into him to really see for sure. Either way, that's going to be Molten Core pops in the mid to defend. Meanwhile, up top, Sonya is pushing, but down bot. Can they get the kill? Can they finish off the only Navi? They don't quite get that done. Up top, Wipeout doing some nice damage, and Crimson Chin trying to clear out the Web Weaver. Will be able to do so here. Down bot. Push is still in, and Seer goes down. And for Fox getting the big kill there. Still got that 16 talent tier advantage right now. Gus on the backside going to try to isolate, and does successfully isolate that Garrosh, taking advantage of the Indomitable there. The ability to just isolate to one. And it's multiple members having to back up to the Hall of Storms to get some healing, and that's the first keep of the game for boosted Bonobos. They're going to push in with the mid lane, maybe try and score themselves the second keep here. Still a full level from unable to get those level 16 talents, and maybe be able to take an even fight here. Oh, and look out. Trying to find something here. So Furus comes out to follow up the Grabo Bomb, but not quite enough follow-up to get Muffin down. Mid keep falls. Now it's just the top keep left for Mnaval. Looks like they're going to drop back, dump gems, and this should give an opportunity for them to get 16 here. Looks like they're going to rotate up to the boss. They're not showing that rotation. They may well just bait this here. Fly comes in from Infofox, and boy, they've got him caught out here just at 16's click in, but they don't even get to click them in before they go down there. And now they're on the chase are the Bonobos. Muffin a little bit low, but the gust right back into the wall there. Stopping them up. Gazlo falls. And that is going to be, I think, it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Shotdown hops into the Molten Core, but now he is just going to get eaten alive as soon as he comes out of this. Sulfuris comes out, and that'll keep him alive for a few extra seconds. But that is going to be the Bonobos getting the 5-man team wipe the long way here. The core, the shields are down, the core is falling. Game number 2 and the series decisively over the boosted Bonobos here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I almost called it Towers of Doom, but no, Tomb of the Spider Queen. That's the one we're going with. GG, well played. And if you're among the multiple people who put your doubloons down for the Bonobos, you were absolutely correct. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at this scoreboard here. Never mind. No scoreboard today. This is the second time in a row Game 2 has failed to give me a scoreboard. But either way, again, lopsided game number 2 there. And I am actually going to go to a quick break while we set up the interview here. Let me reach out to somebody from Bonobos, and I'll be right back with the game-winning interview here. Alrighty, we are back. And I have invited Team Captain Muffin. There is Muffin and Infofox joining me here for the interview. Welcome, guys. I appreciate the interview afterwards. Sorry, I had to take a little break there after the game. You guys beat them so hard. I was about ready in that second game. I was about ready to have an accident over here. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, whoa.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't that much of a stump. We were even telling tears.
Yeah, well, the first game was very back and forth. So let's talk a little bit about Dragonshire first of all. Despite having the seemingly OP Falstad right now on a very rotation-heavy map, you guys were able to stay in the pocket, stay even throughout the game. Tell me a little bit about your guys' rotational game and how well you guys were able to synergize in that macro on Dragonshire.
Oh, I think Info will explain that. I was just scratching my head the whole game.
Wonderful. Thank you for throwing me on the spot on this one. So, with Falstad, he went auto attack build that game, which isn't bad, but not as good as W build. And Falstad's biggest weakness, as it always has been, is just diving him. You dive him, he dies. He disappears from the map.
Yeah.
Anubrak enables that, and then at the end, it was either the Maev or a Hanzo that we could have taken. I'm more comfortable on Hanzo, and I haven't played Hanzo in forever. It's like Hanzo, and from there, it's just a matter of, like you said, controlling the lanes. Hanzo with the global arrow lets you put pressure no matter where you're at on the map. As long as you make sure to ping off where you're going with the ult, it lets you, like I said, put that pressure, which definitely tips the scales.
Yeah, and I could tell that a lot of times it was the engage from the arrow, and other times it was engage from the leap that came in that was able to really lock them down and get you guys those big picks, especially at the end. You guys, like I said, back and forth pretty even until that last Dragon Knight comes out. All of a sudden, it's like you guys just flipped a switch.
Actually, I think, when we did that final flash, I think, I personally got a little bit lucky. If you saw what happened, both of their backline assassins clumped together, and that was probably the freest chain son of my life.
There you go. All right, so then we go on to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and basically, when I say flipping a switch, I meant kind of like for the rest of the series. You guys just kind of seemed like you were in the driver's seat there.
Personally, I think that's just the power of Falstad W build right now. As the game dragged on, both with the Jaina for the wave clear and slows on to Garrosh, and then Falstad just chunking everybody's HP, You had the leap for the engage, the variant to stop any sort of engage that they wanted to do, as well as give us that kill target. Really shuts down a lot of their hopes and dreams, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the Sonya Leap coming in as a big factor there. Is that something you guys play a lot, or is that just more of a niche pick for this scenario?
Well,
Tag counter.
if you ask me, Sonya is the most OP bruiser in the game right now, and we'll just we'll get him every chance we get. And...
Well, there you go. Short series, so maybe a little bit of a short interview, but I really don't have any other questions for you guys, other than just a general. How are you guys feeling in the current NGS season and in Division A West, setting yourselves maybe apart a little bit from the mid pack where you guys were sitting?
Well, as this season goes on, I hope we'll just get better and better. You know, we've lost some, we won some, and I hope as we start playing against the same teams again, we'll give them a better showing than last time. If we lost to them, or if we won to them, if we won against them, we hope we don't lose against them. Yeah, I have pretty high hopes for us getting into playoffs at this point. Yeah, we'll see where we go.
All right. Well, before I let you go, would you guys like to make any shoutouts?
Info, you go.
Oh, okay. I'd like to thank my team. You know, they're always there, even when they fall asleep right before our game and take a nap, and we're panicking. Muffin.
Hashtag shots fired.
I'd like to thank all you, Jason, obviously, for casting, as it's never a necessary thing, and it's always appreciated by anybody that gets casted.
You're most welcome.
The 5 centimeter Discord is the easiest way to shout all of them out. They were all supporting and cheering us on, so that's always appreciated. NGS for putting on a great show, and Muffin, your turn.
Well, shout out to all the homies who came and watched it when I told them to come and watch. Y'all are the best. Oh my gosh, love you guys. Shout out to enemy team for putting up a good fight, and I think when we play again, we will have another really exciting match. And shout out to you for casting us. Woo!
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and thanks for coming in for the interview. Short and sweet, but very effective. Congrats on the win tonight, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.
Hey, bye.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me tonight. But before I go, I forgot to do this last time, so let me make sure to put the NGS Patreon on blast real quick. Please do consider contributing to the Nexus Gaming series through their Patreon if you can. They've got a great reward program, and it helps quite a lot in running this thing. But before I let everybody go, I am going to throw the raid out to IceX02, who is currently casting here in NGS as well. Looks like they're currently going into Game 3 for a heroic division match between Wildheart Omega and Team Rippers. So please do enjoy that. And last but not least, a little shout outs to some of my content. First of all, I want to link out to you guys my Discord, so I will go ahead and do that, and you guys will see that in just a second. Please feel free to hop in and join if you want a little bit of an easier access to a lot of the content I've been creating lately. I've been doing a lot more hot streaming for NGS and for personal Heroes of the Storm play, but also I've been streaming a few other games like Pokemon TCG Online, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Stardew Valley. So if you guys like any of that content, feel free to join the Discord, keep up with me, and even some of my own personal stuff I post in there as well. All are welcome, and all, of course, are always welcome to come back. So hit that follow button, subscribe. If you really like it and you really want to support, that's a good way to do it. Subscriptions, get access to a few of my personal channel emotes we got in here. But otherwise, I'm going to send you guys over to IceX. Let's see. Where is he? There he is. IceX02. So enjoy game number 3 over there. Thank you all for watching. And for the Nexus Gaming series, I am Jason. And I hope you all have a lovely night.